All right, we are here with Hartland hockey head coach Rick Gadwa. Rick, another season of Hartland hockey is upon us, and let's talk about these first few weeks and just trying to pick a team and just getting ready for the season with a lot of faces having to be replaced from last year.
Right. Last week was training camp, and we did a little different this year. We had a hard, tough week. Really tried to, wean out some of the guys. See you, Coach. Tried to wean out some of the guys that have, let's call it, issues with conditioning. So we were able to get them in shape, get them going, and then also decide, who we want with us. And that's how it went last week. And then into this week, obviously we just got 2 days in, but it's just we got pictures done Monday, kind of get all that admin stuff out of the way, and then it's all hockey from here on out. We got the rest of this week and first few days of next week to get ready for our trip right up to Minnesota.
Yep. We'll get to that in a minute, but I want to just talk about some of the guys to maybe some of the names to watch on for what can fans expect of the Eagles this year, and some of the names to watch out for.
Names are always. I should mention all 20 of our guys because.
Well, why don't you go ahead and do that?
I'm not going to.
Okay.
I'll tell you this. Let's start with some leadership guys that we have coming back, in one particular in junior Ian Castamo, and I had him with me last night at media night, and you can just see. I mean, some people think, how's he not a senior yet? He's been around his freshman year. He scored a state championship overtime goal by a heads-up play off the bench, and from there he's just taken off. And just his maturity and his compete level and the way he plays the game offensively and defensively, but his creative mind is special. And so we really starts with him, and we're always big on our seniors, but the reality is we don't have a ton of seniors this year. We're going to have 4. One of them is only one's really returning in LJ Sabala. And LJ, man, you watch that kid play, and it's just a constant motor. He's always going. He's finishing every check. He's a complete 200-foot player. So, we start with those 2 guys, really, leadership standpoint, and kind of knowing what it takes to do it the way we like to do it. They're good to watch for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously something, obviously the big headline was in last year when the MHSA lifted the 300-mile rule. So it allowed people to go to places and maybe do things they haven't ever done before, and that's what you guys are going to do. So what are you guys going to do?
We're going to take a trip. We're not scrimmaging the first 2 weeks here. We're going to wait till the 17th, where we'll play Delano, Minnesota. So we're going to play the Delano Tigers. It's a Minnesota high school. It will be our scrimmage, so it won't be complete 17-minute stop periods, but we're going to play 3 phases with them. And really, we just saw it as an opportunity, one, to take advantage of the new rule, and really get out there and introduce Michigan high school hockey to Minnesota high school hockey, which is really neat. And then as well as going on a road trip for your first action of the season, I think is great for a team that we have that's so young. A lot of new faces, and being able to just bond as a group and really come together. That's the goal.
Yeah, and of course from there you guys are going all the way to the UP to a trip that everyone is very familiar with. Going up to the UP and playing those teams.
Yeah, we do that trip annually, and so now we combine. I mean, finances are what they are. Time of year is what it is. So really, we just combine the trip to help logistically, and we're again taking a trip to Delano, Minnesota, and then staying in a hotel in Wisconsin, and then hiking it to Houghton and playing that night, and then playing the next night against Hancock. What a challenge for our guys, and I think it's great. They're really going to get that junior feel of on the road and playing every night.
For sure. All right, so this season's going to be just fun, and then of course some good teams are going to be coming in here to Hartland, and then you guys are going to go to some pretty cool places as well. Obviously, you look at the 2, the Thanksgiving tournament coming up here at the end of the month, and then big games with Brighton, big games with Howell, and a bunch of other teams that are going to be coming in here.
Right. So Event-wise, I think it's cool to build a, to just do events, and it creates a little bit more of a buzz. So it's pretty neat. We'll have this Thanksgiving turn. We're going to host it this year. Brighton's done a phenomenal job of hosting it the last 2 years. So it's our turn, and we're going to host it at Hartland. We got Forest Hill Central and Clarkson coming in to play. Ourselves and Brighton winners will play, losers will play. So we'll have just a little 4-team tournament invitational. It's now the 3rd annual, so we're pretty excited about that. And then obviously in December you got the KLAA MIHL Classic. It's the Adam Mitchell showcase now, and that's a great event every year. Pits two of the top leagues, I'd say, in the state of Michigan against each other, and it's a great time to come watch some good high school hockey. And then towards the end of the year, you got Trenton, where we go to Kennedy and we play in the MIHL showcase, where you got however many of the best teams around the whole state coming together to play one weekend. So
Absolutely.
All really cool stuff.
Absolutely. All right. We'll talk to you throughout the year, Rick. Thank you so much for the time. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Casey. Yep.